I've had the opportunity to work with several people, with several students who want to work in the private equity sector. And if I think of myself years ago, that's exactly how I would structure my whole process on how to actually break into private equity. The first step would be the positioning step. It's very important to position ourselves to who we want to talk to. And so if, for example, we want to talk with a private equity fund that is extremely focused, I don't know, in the industrial sector, every word that comes out of our mouth, every word on our LinkedIn profile, every word on our CV, our whole story must be aligned with these PE funds. We need to consider that these funds receive hundreds, if not thousands of applications every single week. And so it's very important that we show that, first of all, we are the perfect fit for them, and that everything that we've done has been done for this type of profession. So that's the first thing that I would do, is to position myself as someone who is the best fit for this type of private equity funds. And that would be translated in actions into modifying my curriculum, into modifying my LinkedIn, into modifying my whole narrative around why I want to work in private equity and why I want to work in this particular fund. And this is something that is extremely important, because everything that we want, we will get it from interactions, from networking. Forget about online applications. This is a game that you have to win through strategic network and relationships. And so if you're not comfortable in the game of relationships, well, then this is not the sector for you. The second part will be the access and networking strategy. So as soon as you've deconstructed your whole curriculum, your whole LinkedIn, your whole story, well, the next goal is to use the story, that asset, your profile, to actually present yourself to a PE fund that could be interested in you. The problem is that there are, again, hundreds, if not thousands, of people who want the same thing as you, and that is a job offer in private equity. So it's very important that you provide value upfront to these type of firms, and show them that you are not only on paper the best candidate, but that you can also proactively support the fund, that you care about the fund, that you show also technical abilities. So in this next phase, in the second phase, the networking and access strategy, you need to provide value upfront, and you need to present yourself as someone who can originate opportunities, and not someone who comes to the offices of a private equity fund in search for an internship. This is something that everybody does, and so you need to differentiate yourself in a professional way, and that would get you the attention of the fund. Because if everybody does the same thing, and if everybody asks for free for the same thing, well, imagine someone who comes to you and presents to you, an opportunity, a partnership, something that can be valuable for you. So you need to get the curiosity of the fund. You need to get the curiosity of the people who will hire you. You need to show your technical abilities up front. So be an analyst before becoming one. The third step will be my technical preparation. Let's suppose that this private equity fund actually gets you an interview process. You start talking with your friends, with your family, and you tell yourself that you are the best. Well, the job's not finished, because you need to compete now, and you need to compete with the top students from the top universities. So it's very important that the technical preparation starts at the same time when you actually start networking, and you start the second phase, the access strategy. Because if you arrive unprepared to an interview with a private equity fund, that is the biggest lost opportunity of your life. Well, not of your life, but there is a very big loss of opportunity. So you need to go through, I don't know, accounting, which is seen as kind of basic, but is the foundation of everything. And so you need to be very prepared on that. LBO models, obviously, valuation models, and investment memos. And the investment memo is not only about the technical skill of the creation of a PowerPoint slides. It's more on creating a business understanding and an investor mindset that you can actually show naturally at the interview with managers, with associates, etc. And the fourth step will be to simulate as much as possible the interviews. And whenever you want to approach something, if you have to talk in front of 100 people, if you want to, I don't know, propose yourself because you want to get married, well, you need to train, you need to practice. And so that is the same thing as, an interview with a private equity fund. If you can do that, I don't know, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, once you do that, at the 51st time, you will be great and you will not lose the opportunity to get a job in private equity. So that is exactly what I would do if I was 23 again and I wanted to break into private equity.